Thank you for taking some time for yourself. Before we even start, I wonder if you can just take a moment to really appreciate, maybe even chuckle at just how much effort you put into believing you're not good enough for all these years. I mean, it's almost impressive, isn't it? To be that committed to a lie for so long. It's like you've been winning an Olympic gold medal in self-sabotage. Go ahead, have a little laugh at that ridiculous dedication. And you can wonder just how much energy you're going to have left over when you finally stop trying so hard to be small. And while you wonder that, I want you to discover that you don't actually have to do anything here. You don't have to think or try and be a good hypnosis subject. It isn't even necessary to listen carefully to what I'm saying, because your unconscious mind is already tired of that old story and is ready to hear everything it needs to hear without any effort at all. And you can be pleased as your eyes just close, because they're bored of looking at a world that doesn't fit you anymore. I'd like you to let yourself become more and more aware of that wheel of life in your mind. Perhaps noticing the health section, the career section, the romance section. And I wonder if you'll be curious as you notice how lopsided the wheel looks when you try to power it with a not good enough battery. I wonder if you've ever noticed that not good enough is such a tired, dusty look. It's kind of like trying to drive a Ferrari wearing a clown suit. It just doesn't work, does it? Now, of course, I don't know for sure what you're experiencing, but perhaps you're feeling that heavy, grey knot in your stomach where that old identity lives. And that's okay. It's just an old itchy wool sweater that's 3 sizes too small. Have you begun to notice that yet? And I want you to notice something that's happening to you. I want you to look at the wheel 5 years from now. If you keep wearing that same not good enough outfit, it's almost as if the wheel has stopped turning entirely. You're hidden under layers of baggy grey clothes, avoiding the mirror and letting the best parts of your life just expire. You really can't help but notice the cost of that. It's a pretty miserable way to spend your time, isn't it? And I wonder if you'll be surprised to discover that you're actually ready to be done with that drama. Now I'd like you to have a new experience. I'd like you to begin allowing yourself to realize that not good enough was never your skin. It's just a really bad fashion choice someone else gave you. With your permission, I want you to reach up and unbutton that whole not good enough identity. It's gonna be a pleasure to just let it slide off your shoulders and hit the floor with a dull, pathetic thud. And that's all right. I wonder if you'll be pleased to notice how much easier it is to breathe when you aren't wearing a lie. You don't need to be concerned if you feel a sudden urge to kick that old pile of rags out of the way. In all probability, it's already dissolving into nothing. All that really matters is that it's no longer on you. I think you're going to enjoy that the old you is now just a mannequin in a shop window that you're walking away from. At first you thought it was you, but later you realize you were always the designer. One of the things I'd like you to discover is that enough is the fabric you were born with. Perhaps you wouldn't mind noticing how much more stylish you look when you're dressed in unshakable worth. It's so nice to know that the wheel starts to spin perfectly the moment you stop weighing it down with trash. And I wonder if you'll decide to style your own health segment first. Perhaps with vibrant, energetic colours that make you want to move and eat for vitality. And you can wonder what your romance and career segments look like now. That they're draped in confidence. And I wonder if you'll enjoy how naturally, how easily you can reach for a 10 in every category. As that occurs, you really can't help but notice that you're not trying to be better. You're just finally wearing the right size. And you will be surprised at how quickly your habits shift to match your new look. And I wonder if you'll be curious about the fact that you already feel like a different person. And sooner or later, I don't know just when, you're going to walk right into that future version of you who's standing at the center of a level 10 wheel. I'd like you to begin allowing yourself to see how they stand, how they smile, how they wear their life like a masterpiece. I wonder if you'll be reminded of who you were always meant to be. Give yourself the opportunity to simply step into that body right now. Almost as though you're stepping into the most expensive, perfectly tailored suit in the world. And it appears that already your spine is straighter, your heart is lighter, and that old good enough feeling is so far away that you can't even remember the point of it. And you know better than anyone else that once the designer takes over, the old clothes never go back on. And I want you to enjoy this experience as you come back to the room. bring with you this level 10 identity, maybe it will surprise you to notice that you feel wide awake, energized, and very, very enough. And that's just fine. You can allow your eyes to open whenever the new you is ready to start the show. Take a few deep breaths, stretch out, wriggle your fingers and toes, and open your eyes. Welcome back. You are perfect, just as you are.